the end of the lesson, you will be learned some things. What are they? The first one is you can list career opportunities in the computer industry, and you should be explain the functions of each of these professionals and some lists of the qualities about the computer professionals and what you should know, what you should be like this. And the other one is list computer professional bodies. Okay, let's continue after this. What can be done with computers? I think you are thinking about that. We can play a game, we can go and visit some web pages, we can use internet, and maybe we can create any documents. Okay, let's continue. And with the computers, generally we are saying that with the important and spatial definitions, we can operate computers and we can maintain and services, for example, fixing or managing something, okay, and manage in network or system, not only for network, maybe on the internet services, and maybe with the connected computers you can manage it. And you can prepare and process the data. These are the different issues. And you can write programs like programmers, and you can educate and train computer users like now we are doing. Okay, these are computer jobs specifications, and let's go. And as you see on this picture, there's a guy, he is working with some information. Maybe he is capturing the data, maybe he is making some programs, maybe he is analyzing something, okay? Let's continue. And now today, you will see just under three topics, three things under this topic: computer professionals, what are they? And qualities of good computer professionals, and computer professional bodies. And now, with the computer professionals, the first one, this is the general job, general professional manager. And the other one is system analyst. You can be system analyst, you can be programmer if you select computer professionals, and you can be data capturer, and you can be computer educator like teachers, and you can be computer engineer and technician. The last one is you can be computer operator. These are all the main titles about the computer professionals. If you think about that, when you finish your high school, this NTIC, and if you want to be some professional related to computer departments, you can select these some things, okay? Let's continue. The first one, we will talk about a little bit with the manager. And a manager, as you see these underlined words, these are very important. A manager plan and direct functions, which is related to information technology and computer programming and data processing and system analysis. Actually, it's not important he is or she is an expert or not, but he or she should be managed very well people, okay? He or she has management skills. For example, as you see this picture, I want to ask this question, maybe you can say something about that. And if I ask this question, when you see this picture, what do you think? Which one is manager? Okay, I think these are doctors, okay, nurses, or maybe nurse, and they are talking with one, and we can think about that. Which one is explaining something? He or she is manager. Okay, as you see here, this lady, which is a weird black suit, the system analyst, the system analyst specializes in analyzing and designing. Why I underline some words? And he or she is not managing any person, any people, okay? She is working on the data and analyze and design. And also if there is any problem, he's solving some is solving these problems with some techniques. Maybe let's say like this, for example, renaming any data and sorting any data, and the other techniques maybe he can use. And system must be worked. Why we are saying that? Because if you want to analyze anything, it should be work. If it's not working, you cannot start to analyze, okay? And the results are required also. The system analyst can collect the results. Okay, for example, on this picture, and more common things are there. Maybe you can see very well or not, I don't know. And he is analyzing and designing, for example, a cost issue, research issue for the technology, for example, checking installation, for example, training the users, okay? This is the analyzing, is good or not. He is analyzing that. Okay, and the other one is programmer. And maybe when you hear this name, you can think about that. The programmer is hacker. No. And some programmers are working under some company. They are working legally, not illegally. They are working legally. And some of them is amateur, and also some of them is professional, and they are making their job. The programmer writes computer software, and as you see, for example, this Zoom application is a program, is a software, and some programmers, they collected some information, they wrote it, the codes, and they created this program. And also like this PowerPoint program, presentation, and the other softwares also, they are created by programmer. And they are using some specific tasks. For example, if I click the right side, it should be go to next page. If I click the left side on the PowerPoint, it should be go to previous page, like this. Okay, programmers also called software developers and software engineers, because I'm mentioning this thing, and in some past questions, they are asking under this name. They are asking like this, okay, software developers dash blah blah blah. If you think about that, this is related to programmers. You can answer this question like programmers. They are writing the software something. Okay. See, for example, on this picture, and also this guy is working with the two screens. The first one is he is writing some code on spatial software, and he is looking the results of these codes from the second screen. Okay, and the other one is data capturer. The data capturer is collecting data, and also he's checking the process. If there is anyone didn't enter some data, he will maybe mention it, he will maybe warning it, and about that. Into the system correctly, he's working with the process. Okay, and data may be on disks or tapes. Now, in this feature, and also in our time, we are using computers digitally. We are saving the data on our mobile phones and also our computer systems. And the last time, for example, let's go to 20, 25 years and 50 years ago, they were writing on the paper, data capture manually. But nowadays, they are working on the computers with spatial softwares. Okay, for example, here, this guy is working on the, I think this is Excel, is checking the information, the data, is that written or not. What about the computer educator? You know, I think this professional very well. You are listening also to this computer educator now. A computer educator should be experienced and also expert computer professional. not for the fixing something, not for the people to manage, not the analyst, for all many areas, not say all, many areas they should be experts. And also they teach others how to work with computer hardware and software. Let me say something about that. When I start my professional as a computer teacher, my first students, they asked to me, sir, how can we hack any computer, any email, any website and something? I said, no, this is not true, and also it's not related to me. And because I'm a teacher, I'm an educator, we cannot do it like this illegally, okay? These are hackers issues, okay? And they should know hardware and software too. Okay, we mentioned that the computer educator is a teacher, for example, on the course, on the online courses or offline, on the, in school and any building and any company also, it can be. Okay, for example, on this picture, you can see this man. He is showing something on the computer to students. Okay. Computer professionals, and the other one is computer engineer and technician. As you see on this picture, guys, this man, he's fixing something, he's repairing, okay? And maybe you can think about that this is technician issue. Yes, this is technician issue, but a computer engineer also should know something about that. And computer engineering, and also related to electrical engineering and computer science, like a teacher, like for example, stuff about the repairing our computer. Okay, and also they may do circuits designs, repairs, or complete system functioning. For example, like this. Nowadays, and I'm also waiting this my broken screen. I want to fix it. Maybe I can be technician. Okay, now about these professionals, there's a small video and I want to show to you. I think, let me see that the sound is okay.
In a recent interview, someone asked, what's the difference between an engineer and a programmer? And the example that I gave was that an engineer is like a poet, and a programmer is like the translator that converts that poetry into another language. An engineer solves problems. Scotty from the original Star Trek was an engineer. He solved problems. He didn't just maintain the engines on the Enterprise. He made them do things they were never meant to do and came up with interesting solutions to problems. Think of an engineer in a lot of ways like the person who designs your car as an engineer, but you take it to be maintained by a mechanic. Programmer versus engineer is a similar type of example. The programmer is taking the information that was provided in a project requirements document and building that to those specifications, or is taking a product that's already been built and resolving the bugs and small issues in the software that have cropped up over time or through small use cases. This is the difference between a programmer and an engineer. And a lot of people think that, hey, I went into computer programming, I'm an engineer, but it isn't necessarily the truth. A person who's a programmer is often self-taught or went to college and learned programming, but may not have learned the problem-solving skills, management skills, and scientific method that is required to actually be an engineer. One of the ways that I often classify the people who've worked for me to determine whether they're an engineer or just a programmer is the degree program that they went through. As someone who doesn't have a degree, I can say that I'm a little biased against people who have gone to two-year colleges in order to get a degree program from something like ICT Tech. While ICT Tech will teach you programming, they don't really teach you the deep scientific method in order to do problem solving. Some people naturally have those skills and just need to learn the structure of the languages. But to really be an engineer, you need to be challenged on a regular basis with the types of thought problems that come from a four-year degree program at a good university. Not all universities are the same, and definitely the types of problem solving that you'd encounter at Stanford or MIT is a lot different than you'd get at a small local college.
Let's continue. The other one, I want to ask this question very quickly. No need to answer it. If you think about that, this guy, what is happening here? He is turning some things here. Also, yeah, you can think about that. And he is computer operator. Okay, a computer operator oversees or check or control the running of computers and systems. And for example, this is not a computer directly, but we are saying the machines generally, if it is calculating, if it is doing something. And also we can say, for example, this company operator, this company computer operator, is working with the machines and he is checking it is working or not. Okay, the computer operator controls system running, we said, or not. Okay, and guys, this is activity, and I want to ask some question to you. How can I do it to participants? I want to see participants here. Okay, yeah, like this. I want to select some of you. Please be ready. Be ready. I want to select you. If I ask the first is manager, which one is manager? You can say to us. Okay, the manager is which picture? Who wants to say?
Your manager is the one on the bottom right.
Bottom right. The which letter?
E.
E. Thank you very much, Leonardo. And what about the second one? System analyst.
System analyst. Option B.
What is the letter?
B.
B. You said B or D?
Yes, B.
Let us see. Is it B or D? Maybe I couldn't understand very well.
B.
Wow, the answer is not B or D. The answer is F. Okay, thank you very much. Maybe you can look after the lesson again. Okay, the third one. Yes, please. 3 is what?
D.
3 is D?
Yes.
3 is D, you said. Okay, thank you very much. Maybe you can think about it a little bit. And what about the data capture?
Hocam, what's C? I can't see C.
See, you can see this guy is touching something, buttons and turning.
Then I'm saying F or D. F or D.
F is selected.
D.
Okay. Wow, thank you very much, Mr. Yunus. Let's continue to fifth one. Computer educator is very easy.
The answer is A.
Yes.
Yes, please.
The answer is A.
Thank you very much. Answer is A. Computer educator. Very well. And the other one, computer engineer and technician. C or G?
G.
G. You are saying G. 6, engineer and technician. Okay, thank you very much. It's true. The seventh one.
Yes.
The last option. Please repeat it. What's that computer operator?
C.
D. You said C?
Yes.
Thank you very much. Okay, the last one is the C. As you see here, is managing the computers. Thank you very much, all of you. Okay, as you see here, 1E, 2F, 3B, 4D, 5A, 6G, and 7C. Okay, let's continue our lesson. And the second subtopics, we will continue from here. Just one slide we have about that. What qualities of good computer professionals you need to know? Okay, everybody, if you want to be a computer professional, any computer job, and you should be able to work under pressure, because every time maybe you can do it something about the work. And the other one is you should be able to think quickly. Because of that, you should analyze it, you should decide something to do. And the other one is you should be able to use keyboards, and we are saying keyboard skills. You should be honesty and responsibility, and you should be able to concentrate for a long time. Maybe you heard that some programs are working to create a program, maybe in a day, more than 12 hours, 15 hours, they are not standing up. They are working too much as a programmer. But if you want to make a plan, and you can work small of them, and you can do your work maybe in not 2-3 days, maybe 1 week or 10 days. Okay, these are qualities of good computer professionals. And the third and last subtopic about computer professional bodies. And if you want to see some of the other countries, maybe these are not the same name, but approximately the same jobs they are doing. And in Nigeria, the computer professionals, we are using the computers in IT industry and in IT professionals and in clients and the public. Okay, let's continue. In Nigeria, which bodies we have? Nigeria Computer Society, the first one, NCS. This is national platform to improve information technology science. For example, how can we do it? For example, let's say education. How can we improve our education from now? For example, we can add the technology, we can use the smart boards, we can use, for example, online education like this. They are talking about that, they are improving about that for technology. Okay, and also this is Nigeria Computer Society logo, NCS. Okay, the second one is Institute of Data Processing Management of Nigeria, IDPM. And this institute supports and promotes, they are helping the effective data processing and system management. And if you think about that, how can we use the data? How can we manage the data? And as, for example, companies, and for example, as a school, for example, say, and they are managing it as a system, they are affecting this processing issue. Okay, and also this is the based on Britain Institute, and this information system is counterpart of London, and the logo is here, IDPM, Effective Data Management, they are working on. And the other one is Computer Professionals Registration Council of Nigeria. The simple name is CPN. We have just 10 minutes. And the CPN controls and supervises. Yeah, they are checking also the computing profession in Nigeria. No need to learn too much information, just some underlined words you can learn here. These are controls and supervises. And they are making this job to register the Nigeria's computer professionals. For example, if you want to make a course, if you want to prepare a course, you should be registered in this council. Okay, CPN is here. And just we have small video about the CPN. Let's see.
The Computer Professionals Registration Council of Nigeria, CPN, yesterday said it is set to rid the information technology (IT) industry of quacks that practice but not registered with it. CPN said it is already working with the National Information and Technology Development Agency (NITDA) to ensure that unregistered IT contractors are blocked from getting and executing federal government's projects. Its vice president, vice chairman and counsel, Koljagan, who spoke to reporters, said the sanitization of the industry would be nationwide, adding that everything possible would be done to move the sector forward. CPN was established through Act No. 49 of 1993. The act was passed into law on June 10 and gazetted on August 9 of same year. The act makes it mandatory for all persons and organizations seeking to engage, or engaged in IT training, education, sale and/or use of computing facilities, and the provision of professional services in computational or related computational machinery in Nigeria to be registered by the Council and licensed to carry out such activities. Its registrar, secretary to Council, Alwela Jumba, said since IT is the fulcrum of any thriving economy, the Council has chosen to focus on it as a tool to grow the economy and prepare local industries for global competitiveness. He said CPN is a federal government agency that regulates and controls the practice of IT practices, taking the bull by the horn by convoking yet another forum, with the media considered to be a major player and influencer in the IT ecosystem.
We have some slides more. And the other one is ITAN, Information Technology Association of Nigeria. As you see in this name, this is an association, and there are 350 and more than these companies in Nigeria. They are working on the information technology now, registered. Okay. And the other one is Nigerian Internet Group. If we say, and how can we access the internet? There are some devices, there are some companies, but they should work with Nigerian Internet Group. This is non-governmental organization, and they promote the internet in Nigeria. Okay, this is Nigeria Internet Group. And I prepared for you some past questions, 3 questions now. In 2019, in BECE, there's a question about this topic, number 41. The most important attribute of system analyst is his, her. If we think about that, what's that? Important attribute of system analyst. Let's see that ability to design hardware, marketing strategy, and programming skills, and technical management skills. And the last one is writing skills. Let's talk about that. Writing skills is about programmers, technical management skills. These are generally about the management, and some of the computer engineers, how to manage, and programming skills for the programmers. Marketing strategy, not about the system analyst. The last choice is answer A. They should be able to design hardware. Okay, the second question from 2018, question 51. The dash are engaged in the design of integrated hardware and software solutions for technical problems. These hardware and software, if you see, let's see that the solution options now: computer programmers, computer system engineers, network system administrators, and system analysts. We can eliminate these system analysts, we can remove that, not network about that, not for programmers. We should think about answer B. Oh, sorry, I forgot the E. The answer is system engineer. Engineer is working hardware and software. The last question about the past questions, 2017 1-1 question, as you see, and question 39, analyzing the system to establish its strength and weakness is a role of, as you see, the same thing they are asking this bit different way, analyzing the system. If you think about that, what do you think? I think this answer is, what's that? System analysts. Okay, and you should be learned now the careers about the computer departments, and each of the professionals professionals are working with computer systems. Computer professionals also they should have some skills. We talked about that, and some computer professional bodies we have in Nigeria, like IDPM, NCS, and CPM, ITN, and IG. And there's an assignment about that. When you enter that, you should see Google Docs. And like Word document, you can click and enter inside, and you can open it online, and you can answer the question after this area. You can see that, okay? Okay, thank you very much, guys.